Hi, BEH students. We're going to be reading for our toolbox this week for saying sorry, for apologizing. All right, so Matthew and Tilly by Rebecca C. Jones. Matthew and Tilly were friends. They rode bikes together and they played hide and seek together. They sold lemonade together, and when business was slow, they played sidewalk games together. Sometimes they ate ice cream cones together. Once they even rescued a lady's kitten from a tree together. The lady gave them money for the bubblegum machines, so they later chewed gum together and remembered how brave they had been. Sometimes, though, Matthew and Tilly got sick of each other. One day, when they were coloring, Matthew broke Tilly's purple crayon, and he didn't mean to, but he did. "You broke my crayon," Tilly said in her crabbiest voice. "It was an old crayon," Matthew said in his grouchiest voice. "It was ready to break." "No, it wasn't," Tilly said. "It was a brand new crayon, and you broke it. You always break everything." "Stop being so picky," said Matthew. "You're always so picky and stinky and mean." "Well, you're so stupid," Tilly said. "You're so stupid and stinky and mean." Uh-oh. Sounds like they're having an argument. Matthew stomped up the stairs by himself. Tilly found a piece of chalk and began drawing numbers and squares on the sidewalk by herself. Upstairs, Matthew got out his cash register and some cans so he could play store. He piled the cans extra high, and he put prices on everything. This was the best store he had ever made, probably because that picky and stinky and mean old Tilly wasn't around to mess it up. But he didn't have a customer, and playing store wasn't much fun without a customer. Tilly finished drawing the numbers and squares. She drew them really big with lots of squiggly lines. This was the best sidewalk game she'd ever drawn, probably because that stupid and stinky and mean old Matthew wasn't around to mess it up. But she didn't have anyone to play with, and sidewalk game wasn't much fun without another player. Matthew and Tilly looked out the window and wondered. Matthew looked out the window and wondered what Tilly was doing. Tilly looked out at Matthew's window and wondered what he was doing. She smiled just a little. That was enough for Matthew. "I'm sorry," he called. "So am I," said Tilly. And Matthew ran downstairs so they could play. Together again. All right, that's the end of the story. Thanks for listening. So I noticed that even though these friends were such good friends, they did get into a fight. And that can happen when you get in an argument with each other. But how did they make it better? They said they were sorry, huh? And then they were able to play again and be friends. All right, thanks for listening. See you in library class.